Have you signed up to vote yet in this year's Laugh Out Loud Book Awards? If you haven't, then we need you. The Lollies celebrate the funniest children's books around at the moment and are your first port of call for books that will get your children reading and keep them hooked. We have a shortlist of 12 brilliantly funny books, but we need you and your pupils to decide who should win. Let's have a look at the 3 award categories. Whichever year you teach, there's a set of 4 brilliant books that I personally guarantee will have them rolling in the classroom. Let's look first at the picture book shortlist. These books will be perfect for reading in nurseries and preschools, reception classes, and all the way up to Year 2 children. Sean Taylor and Jean Julian have come up with Hoot Owl, who is a master of disguise. He thinks no one can see him when he's out hunting. Will anyone spot him? In SLUG Needs a Hug by Jean Willis and Tony Ross, a little slimy, spotty, shiny, whiny slug wants a hug. Not even his mummy will give him a hug. So the other animals dress him up to make him look more attractive. Will it work? Aha! Read it and see. Gracie Grabbit and the Tiger by Helen Stevens is about a girl who has a problem. Her dad, Bobby, is a robber. Gracie has got to stop him spoiling a day out at the zoo. Sue Hendra and Paul Linnett have come up with I Need a Wee about Alan the bear who, as you might guess, needs a wee, but he just can't find the right place to do it. Next up, we have the books for 6 to 8-year-olds. These would be perfect to use with any class from Year 2 through to Year 5. Thorfinn, the Nicest Viking and the Awful Invasion by David MacPhail tells the story of a really nice Viking. Too nice for his dad, Harald, the Skull Splitter. So Harald sends Thorfinn on a voyage to Scotland to get more mean. Georgia Pritchett has written and illustrated Wilf the Mighty Warrior. Alan, the most evil man in the world, has moved in next door. Can Wilf stop worrying and save the world? Badly Drawn Beth by Knife and Packer is about Beth, who gets into all sorts of scrapes and difficulties at family barbecues, safari parks, in school, and lots of other places besides. The Jolly Rogers and the Cave of Doom is by Johnny Duddle, and it's all about a haul of treasure that's bewitched the Jolly Rogers pirates. So Matilda has to help them. Next up, we have the books for 9 to 13-year-olds. These books would be perfect to use from Year 5 onwards and would offer a very rich experience for older children. Emily Sparks and the Friendship Fiasco by Ruth Fitzgerald is about Emily, whose best friend moves away at the same time as her parents have a baby, and she gets paired up with a boy she doesn't like on a school trip. Disaster. The Parent Agency, Pick Your Perfect Mum and Dad by David Baddiel is about a boy who wishes he had better parents, and just as he's saying that, he discovers that he lives in a world where children get to choose their parents. Petunia Perry and the Curse of the Ugly Pigeon is by Pamela Butchart, illustrated by Gemma Carell. It's about 12-year-old Petunia. Everyone at school thinks she's weird, and she's been cursed by an ugly pigeon. Danger is Still Everywhere is supposedly by Dr. Noel Zone, but really it's by David O'Doherty and Chris Judge. Dr. Noel Zone is a dangerologist, someone who thinks he knows how to deal with danger. But he can't, and doesn't. Now you've heard all about the books. Are you ready to get involved? Go to www.scholastic.co.uk/lollies, where you'll find loads of lesson plans and resources for using these wonderful books in your classroom. There are lots of ways you can run a vote, and the website has everything you need to get you started. Once your class has decided who is their favourite, log back onto the site. It's that simple. Humour, I think, brings us together, And there's nothing better than children, parents, grandparents, relations, teachers, librarians sharing the joy of funny books. I promise it'll be the best election you've ever taken part in.